and then he wants a Danny Amendola type for it all. Hey, we got the music going. There you
What?
go. What's going on, Joe? Happy Monday, my man.
Yeah, happy Monday. Long weekend. Oh, man, I'm tired.
Looking forward
But
to the 4th of July, baby.
short week. Short week coming up ahead.
When are you off Friday and Monday?
I'm off Friday. So 4th is on
On
Saturday. So I'm
Saturday.
off
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, man. I'm getting everything all ready for the 4th of July, man. Got to get that bash going.
John Quintero's in here.
The chat is on.
Mario Cavazos. Good morning, gentlemen.
So apparently Kawhi Leonard's not coming to San Antonio after all, man. Who would have thought?
And you have other stuff with Draymond Green, LeBron James, John Morant, whole bunch of big names on the move.
No, I think the LeBron James thing is legit, man. I mean, you don't have to
Well,
connect very many dots to make that happen. When they went off and got Austin Reeves and they gave him that contract, that was a see you later to LeBron. Fake Hill asking the question, who's going to the Kanye West concert?
well,
Man, I wish. 2008, 2009 Kanye West was the best, dude. Nothing lately, but that old music was good.
Ruri Hachimura. He was
Yeah, who's going to take that $15 million mid-level exemption? That's the question for the Spurs.
they're like the Spurs are rumored to be one of the teams interested in.
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade. From the river walk nights to the Alamo shade. We rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, oh, it's the life that we chose.
We're rising together on a Monday morning, the week of the 4th of July. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by PF Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. We talk sports and pop culture around here. Go for about an hour 15, hour and a half. Joe, how you doing, my man?
Doing good, feeling tired, man. Had a long weekend.
You got to
My
perk up, baby. You got to perk
yeah,
up.
perk up, man. All my nieces and nephews killed me on Saturday, dude. I spent a whole day with them.
Yeah.
I went for round 1 in the morning, early on, and then went for round 2 in the afternoon, man. So these kids kept me busy.
There you go, man. We finished unpacking at the new house here in Conroe. So we put together 2 beds yesterday. So we bought a bed yesterday. We assembled the other one that we had. So the house is now up and running. We're going to have a 4th of July bash over here this weekend. Looking forward to it. Going to fire up the Traeger, fire up some burgers and hot dogs. The traditional 4th of July festival, baby, is what we're doing over here. Got the pool up and running, man. Everything's looking good, Joe. Everything's looking good. I get my daughter today. My youngest is going to spend a month with us here in Conroe, so I get her today. So I'm excited about that. But it's going to be a good day, dude. It's going to be a good, fantastic week. Hope everyone's having a fantastic start of the week as well.
Hey, I was going to ask you a question, Mike. What's
Yeah,
the
what's
over-under
going on?
somebody's going to pee in the pool?
Oh, 0. Because they'll be shot on the spot. They will be shot on the spot. We have guns in this house. They will be shot on the spot, man. This is not Garza Park on Callahan Road, man. No. We have a nice hizzy over here. Nice house. No one's peeing in the pool. And in fact, we have a restroom and a shower right next to the pool. So you don't have to come inside the house. You could just wet yourself and go inside there, man. Just go do that.
But you all have that green dyes when you pee in the pool, like you can tell who's peed in the pool.
Oh no, beyond that, we have Chica. Chica's a bloodhound, man. She can smell anything, dude, and she will know who did it, when they did it, and where they did it. Chica's a bloodhound. Got that Navajo blood in her, man. That Apache blood, rather. So it's exciting, man. The house is up and running, man. It finally feels like we're settled in. We have a guy coming in today at 4:00 who's gonna assemble a bar in the house. So we have this bar that we're going to have basically bolted into the wall, and it's going to have LED lights all over it, and it's just going to be shining there with all of our bottles. We bought brand new bottles of booze for this weekend. So we're excited about that, man. As Tony says in our chat, powered by PF Chang's La Cantera, Joe, don't pee in the pool. Just don't do it, dude.
I'm just asking who's gonna pee in the pool.
Who does that, Joe? Who does that?
You'd be
No one, no
surprised,
one,
bro.
no one, dude. No, Exit 7 does not belong over here. You got to have higher standards over here than Exit 7, Culebra Park,
You got kids in the
all that
pool.
stuff.
You got
We
adults
don't have
drinking
kids.
in the
What
pool.
kids are we gonna have in the pool?
I'm
There's no
just
kids.
saying, man.
We don't have kids over here. We have my youngest daughter's in high school, for crying out loud. We don't have kids. I don't have 4 and 5-year-olds running around. That part of my life is over until I get grandkids. No way, man. This is gonna be a house party where people are gonna be getting the drink on, gonna get my burgers on. It's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting. Joe, I'm excited about LeBron James starting a new chapter of his life, man. And it's not retirement because Shams Charania of ESPN is reporting today that LeBron James might be on the move because if you connect the dots, Draymond Green declining his player option might actually be the prelude to LeBron James going over to Golden State and joining Steph Curry, which would be exciting. We're going to talk about that. It seems like Kawhi Leonard, the idea of him coming to San Antonio, that door got shut pretty quickly because it looks like he's going to be on the move as well. What team is he going to? A former Miss San Antonio, Joe, got herself in trouble for her World Cup coverage. And I don't get it, Joe. I don't get it. Does she sound like an idiot? Kind of. But what did she say that was so disrespectful, Joe? I don't understand it, but we'll get into that as well. We'll get into our 4th of July stuff going on. Tony and Alice coming out in our chat saying, when you're drinking in the pool, Mike, you don't feel like walking to the bathroom. Who does that? Who does that? I know. I'm serious. Are y'all joking?
We're not joking. You know, I bet you it will happen sooner or later. But you know what? Chica's gonna be like that. Yolanda Salvador mean. I don't know who did it, but I'm gonna find out.
Oh no, Joe. She will know. I mean, Chica's like CIA, baby. She will interrogate till she gets the answers, and she will not be afraid to shoot you. That's just gross.
Oh my god! Now they found something that's gonna get under your skin, so they're gonna keep on poking at you, man.
Mario Cavazza asking a question: do you let the dogs in the pool? Those dogs live crap in the pool. No lies detected. I do leave my dogs in the pool, but my dogs are well behaved. They well behave. They go to the back of the yard. Dude, Chica has trained these dogs to the point where they can't even walk around the house. They walk in the house, they go to their bed, and that's it. They cannot meander to the kitchen. They don't go anywhere because they leave hair all over the place if they do. Chica has trained these dogs like she's trained me, basically. You know, there's things I can and can't do. She has trained me. She has trained Toby. She has trained Allie. They're really good dogs. No, but this is a really nice backyard that we have over here, man. It's my dream house. Excited to be showing it off for the first time ever. It's fully furnished. I'm looking outside right now. I'm excited. I'm imagining Saturday, me out there grilling with the burgers, right, and the hot dogs and all that stuff, and Chica on the side like with a shotgun. If anyone f's with her house,
when
with
the
a
pool
shotgun.
gets a little warmer, the pool water. Oh man, I should have never said nothing, dude. They're gonna keep picking on you the whole time.
Yeah. So very, very cool, man. Very nice. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. There was a great build-up today by Bobby Marks on ESPN talking about the Spurs and what the Spurs have to play with, right? And I know a lot of Spurs fans out there are talking about Rui Hashimura being a potential target for the Spurs because he solves a lot of the needs the Spurs have. He's somebody who can knock down threes at a high volume, at a high clip, at a good clip. But that being said, $15 million, Joe, is not a lot of money to go around. So would he humble himself to take that? Because $15 million is what the Spurs have to offer when it comes to it all. The Spurs, according to Bobby Marks of ESPN, are $41 million under the luxury tax, $45.8 million under the first apron. And what do we have to play with, Joe? A $15 million mid-level exception and a $5.5 million exception. That's 2 free agents, Joe, to go on top of the 2 first-round rookies that we got last week. We're not going to get a big name for that unless someone takes a huge discount. And Rui Hashimura is in the money-making years of his career. I don't see why he would lower himself to go for 15.5 million or 15 million. So should we as Spurs fans lower our expectations as to what we're going to get? Or we're going to hope these young guys are going to want to play for the Spurs and take a discount? Because I don't really see it. Spurs also have to re-up Julian Champagny. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving and shaking going on with the Spurs. But that $15 million MLE is what the Spurs have to play with right now for a big free agent. And I don't know if that's enough to get Reed, Joe. Do you think that's enough money?
No, I mean, nowadays players want to get paid, right? They ain't taking hometown discounts. Those days are gone. If they want him, they're gonna have to pay him. The problem with the Spurs having that type of, let's say, money to go out and look for, players in free agency is they haven't gone into what the first apron, second apron, third apron. That's gonna happen here because they're gonna have to go ahead and not only find somebody to complement, right, the other pieces that they have here, Mike. They got to pay the people they have now. So then the Spurs fans get enamored with, oh, let's bring back Kawhi. Why? Why would you want to bring back Kawhi? That wasn't going to happen. That's just Spurs fan being dumb. The second one, oh, let's get Rui Hachimura. I'm like, you have to be able to not only be able to afford these players, right? But the players have to also want to play here as well.
Right.
Right. I mean, if you've been in LA and you got a taste, right? How they say it, Mike, in that movie, just a taste of the good life, right? And how there's so many things to do in LA. Why would you want to come to San Antonio?
Well, beyond all that, it's cultural as well because he's Japanese, right? So there's a lot of Asian cuisine. There's a lot of Asian, stores, a lot of Asian areas there of Los Angeles that you don't have in San Antonio, right? Well,
Yeah.
what is the Asian part of San Antonio? The medical center, right, which is primarily Indian. It's not. There's a lot that goes into it all. The amount that he is valued at is around 18.5 to 20 million. What the city of San Antonio can say, or the Spurs can say, is, well, you don't pay state taxes when you play in Texas, right? That's about 48 games a year. San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas combined, where you're not going to pay state income tax. So the money is equivalent to Los Angeles to what he can get over there. But again, it's just whether or not he values playing in San Antonio, if he thinks he's that missing piece for the Spurs. Everyone's like, he doesn't play defense. This is what I don't like about Spurs fan right now. Spurs fans are so ridiculously stupid these days. It's beyond compare, dude. They believe that every player needs to be a two-way dominant player. Like, hey, well, we have Wemby. He's a two-way guy, right? We have Harper, two-way guy. We have Castle, two-way guy. You're talking about guys who were drafted number 1 overall, number 2 overall, number 4 overall. And then they're like, well, Champagny doesn't play defense as well as the others. He should. You know what? You're not going to have 15 all-stars on this team, man. You're not going to have 15 players who could put up 32 minutes per game. You're not going to have 15 guys who can go off for 20. No team is like that except for the 86 Lakers, man. That is the thing about it, is that you're going to have holes in the games of a lot of these players. And it's whether or not you can live with those holes. That's the thing. You have 3 really good players, or 3 excellent players, 2 or 3 really good players, and then the rest are game to game, right? Is Keldon going to show up? Is Vassell going to show up? Is Champagny going to show up? You're going to have those types of players. But the idea of Spurs fans like, well, we can't go after that guy because he has this wrong. He's an inch shorter than what I want him to be. He doesn't play elite defense, or he only shoots 34% from 3. Who the hell are you going to get for $15 million that check marks every single box that you want? Because if they check mark every box that you want, they're worth $40 million, not 14. That's the problem, man. That is a problem. And as Toro Loco points out, Spurs fans these days are stupid. So Mikey's asking the question, what piece do we need to move off of? Well, are we adding? Because we already have the ones that we're going to move off of, dude. We're going to move off of Kelly Olynyk. We're probably going to move off of Harrison Barnes. We're going to move off of a lot of those players. Biombo might come back simply because Wemby likes him. And if Wemby likes you and you help him with his training and his conditioning, then you have a place on this team. Doesn't mean you're going to be on the court, but you have a place on this team. But the Spurs need to go off and do one of two things. Either get three-point shooting or get somebody who can bang the boards and get rebounds. You're not going to get both. That's what Spurs fans need to get out through their effing head, that they're not going to get both. You're not going to get a guy who's going to go down and crash the boards with 12 or 15 rebounds per game and also shoot 41% from three. You're not getting – and also be 6'10". You know what that sounds like, Joe? Those women who come out and say that they need to have 6'6", right? They want a guy with who makes six figures, who is 6 feet tall, who's 6 this, 6 that. That's what it sounds like, Joe. Spurs fans talking about free agents that they need to go off and get. You know who we need to get? We need to get this all-star as a free agent and have a hometown discount. And oh, by the way, he's gonna take less money because he wants to play with Wemby. And it's just so stupid listening to Spurs Twitter these days, man. It's beyond comprehension, Joe. We're gonna go get a free agent. Is Rui Hachimura in the mix? Yeah. Is John Collins in the mix? That might even be a better pickup there because what can John Collins do? He can go rebound, right? Play a little bit better defense than Rui, right? But Rui's a better offensive player. You're not going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to get one or the other, Joe. I think the Spurs will either get Rui or Collins and just be happy with it because both are upgrades from what they had already.
Yeah, well, the Spurs do have a decision to make. I mean, I believe it's today that they have to decide if they are going to go ahead and pay the $3 million on Julian Champagny, right? Or they're going to want to go ahead and extend him. So do they go ahead and have him? Does he talk to the front office and, him, of course, and his agent talk to the Spurs front office and they're going to say, we're going to go ahead and decline the $3 million because we're going to go ahead and negotiate for a bigger deal.
Right.
To me, that would probably be make the most sense. He's going to go ahead and decline the offer so he can become a free agent and the Spurs and him can restructure his deal for an extended period of time. Maybe 4 years, 3 years, something like that. Get him paid.
Yeah, I mean, and they already have that money kind of earmarked for him when it comes to it all.
I mean, he's not going to get paid $3 million, Mike. He's getting paid more than that.
Well, the Spurs could theoretically stick it to him. If the Spurs were like Jerry and Stephen Jones with the Cowboys, they could stick it to him and say, hey, you're going to play for $3 million this year simply because that's what your contract says. We have the team option for a reason. He signed a 4-year, $12 million deal. He's fulfilled 3 years of that. But when he signed it, who was he? He was the end of the bench kind of guy. He was the end of the rotation kind of guy. Maybe not player 15, but player 10 on the roster. But he's now a starter. He has been a starter for the past couple of seasons. So the Spurs have to pay him as a starter or he walks.
How much money do you think he's worth? Is he worth the 4-year deal worth upwards of $50 million?
I wouldn't go, 50. That's lowballing. He's probably 4 years, $60 million. 4 years, $75 million. In fact, ESPN says that his value is right around 18 to 20. So if you're going to do 4 years, you're looking at $75 million when it's all said and done. But you can make it where the 4th year is a team option, so you can bail on that if you wanted to. At the end of 3 years. But he's going to get paid because he hasn't gotten paid yet. $3 million is a lot of money for you and me, man. But for an NBA player who has a career that's only going to be 6 to 8 years, if that, that's all their money to make. So you can't say Champagny's going to go out there and take a discount. He's been taking the discount. He's been outperformed. His contract value is $18 million, and he's been getting paid $3 million. Right? And then, again, Spurs fans come out and go, well, he's inconsistent. Joe, you talked to me about that, so I'm not getting on you on that. But you know what? He's not an all-star. There are 24 all-stars every year, Joe, and they're not all going to play for the Spurs. So the Spurs obviously are going to have inconsistent players because if they weren't inconsistent, Joe, they'd be all-stars.
Yeah, well, Spurs fans going to have to be fine paying upwards of $50 million a year for Fox. Well, and they had their reservations against Fox, but he's getting paid.
They made that agreement 15 months ago, man, and it's just whether or not they're going to play him as a starter. It's sad as a Spurs fan where we're looking at Fox thinking to ourselves, man, I wish he gets hurt.
No, Mike, why would you do that?
I'd be
Those
like,
Spurs fans thinking that, bro.
He's out for the year. We're going to have to start Harper. Good.
Why are you wishing on him to get hurt, bro? No, man.
I'm not saying like cataclysmically hurt. I'm just saying, one of those hamstring issues that lingers for the entire year. That's all I'm saying. A tweak, not a tear. Is what I'm saying.
Spurs fan feeling a little nostalgic here. I'm gonna
Mikey
go ahead and
said,
show him something.
okay, Mikey Mendes come out saying, take it easy, that Mike. I ain't wishing him an injury. And, I'm just being silly, dude. I'm just being dumb.
Hey, look at this. This is being reported by Shams. Toronto's big man, Sandro,
Mamu.
Spurs fan. Sandro, we used to call him Mamu, is declining his 2.8 million player option for the 2026-2027 to become a free agent. So you know what that means. Spurs fan all over. The X gonna be like, come back to San Antonio.
Baby, remember what it was like? We can relive those glory days.
I mean, he would be more of a fan favorite than what they have already. Like if they moved on from Olenek or Plumlee, go ahead and sign Mamu. Why not? Why not?
Well, I mean, Mamu solves nothing for the Spurs.
No, he doesn't. But I mean, you have to have a body, and if you want to pay him, you're not going to have to pay a lot of money to get him, right? That means that you have more money to go ahead and pursue other, let's say players in free agency.
The Spurs need somebody as part of the rotation, and Mamu would crack the rotation, but he doesn't solve anything that the Spurs already have.
No, he won't, dude. I mean, he's going to get those minutes sometimes, and Spurs fan going to get all excited when they see Mamu because he's a fan favorite, Mike. They love him.
Yeah, but how does he fit into the mix of what goes on? Spurs need somebody who can run up and down the court, man. That's the athleticism is needed more than just he can rebound and shoot threes. The Spurs are a fast breaking team during the regular season. That's what they need to have is somebody who could run the break, and that's not a Mamu thing. Rui Hachimura run the break and Collins.
Yes, we know what that means. And over fist. Yeah, 2.8 mil means he wants
because he's worth more. He's worth more.
Of course he does. I mean, but if his asking price is going to be cheaper than what they're already paying, Olenek just to sit on the bench,
Right.
What are they paying Olenek? They're paying him like 13 mil, 13.5, something like that.
They were,
they were,
but not anymore. Yeah. You look at Kelly Olynyk. He was getting paid for past performance. This is kind of like we're going to be looking at that for De'Aaron Fox down the road, where De'Aaron Fox is going to be making $50 million a year. They're going to be like, well, why were you paying him that much? It's because when he signed it, he was an all-star. That is why. Joe, let's show some love. I have to take this call real fast for work real fast. Let's show some love to one of our sponsors real quick, and we'll figure out what that means right there. Okay, well, let's get some love to PF Chang's La Cantera.
PF Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of PF Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. PF Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. I want to thank you to our sponsor, PF Chang's La Cantera. Appreciate them. And if you want to go out and have some great Asian cuisine, go ahead and visit the PF Chang's location at La Cantera. If you get out there, make sure you tell Sean Quintero, who's also the manager, the Area 210 sent you. Like I said, maybe he can sweeten the deal for you a little bit, some way, somehow. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the moves that are being made here in the offseason. And one of the things I wanted to talk about, kind of Mike was hinting at, what's going to happen with LeBron James. And I was looking at social media, and I came across this video by Brian Windhorst talking about that same exact scenario, that Draymond Green leaving over there or declining his option and becoming a free agent could open the door for LeBron James to play with the Golden State Warriors. It seems like the Golden State Warriors are also in discussions of maybe trying to acquire Anthony Davis. Why, I have no idea. He's injury prone, but nonetheless, seems like the Warriors want to go ahead and make one last play to stay in contention here in the West.
This is potentially, okay, a very big domino in this entire NBA offseason. Okay, this is the news we were waiting to see what was going to happen today. For months, the expectation was that Draymond Green was going to pick up this option, play alongside Steph Curry, and they were going to wait for Jimmy Butler to come back and try to assemble something in the second half of the season. This is an indication that Draymond Green is willing to take a pay cut. Now, if they don't get these players, Draymond could just re-sign right back into this deal. But this opens the door for the Warriors to use their mid-level exception of $15 million. And $15 million for LeBron James is a preposterous bargain, okay? But the thing that I have been told, the Lakers have interest in re-signing LeBron. They expressed that interest as soon as they were able at the end of the finals. They want to give LeBron a contract offer. They want to meet with him and give him their plan for what they want to do in free agency. But the way it was explained to me, Amina, LeBron has been unavailable for a meeting with the Lakers. And you're going to say, well, what does that mean? I don't know what it means. I know that is what I have been told. LeBron has been unavailable. He has been playing golf basically every day, whether it's in France or Akron, Ohio for the last week. He has been unavailable. The Lakers are running out of time. They need to begin their offseason. Now we see Draymond Green, a longtime LeBron James confidant, who has the same agent, who now opts out of his contract to open up a window. That doesn't mean it's a done deal, but it opens up a window. If Draymond had stayed in this contract, the Warriors would not be able to lower their salary down enough to get access to that $15 million. So I would just say this, stay tuned.
So Wendy, when Brian Windhorst is saying that maybe with Draymond Green decline his $27 million player option, that could potentially leave the door open for the Golden State Warriors to acquire LeBron James. And if he went over there, then there's also rumors that the Golden State Warriors are probably also interested in acquiring Anthony Davis.
I mean, let's talk about that lineup there.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be an interesting lineup there. Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Draymond Green. That is old school, dude. I think collectively the four of them are like 150 years in age.
Yeah.
Right? Because Curry's in his late 30s, Draymond's in his late 30s, LeBron is in his 40s, and Anthony Davis plays like he's in his 40s. I want to watch that happen because I just want to see the train wreck that it could be. Maybe it's beautiful. Maybe it's basketball to take it to the highest limits where you have LeBron out there at 42 running the point, Curry, shooting logo threes, and Draymond Green getting the fights down low, and Anthony Davis turning back the clock.
Oh no, here's the kicker. If they sign LeBron, that means Draymond Green's name is what? Gone.
Well, no. If Draymond Green is declining the contract for LeBron to be there, it's for him to stay there.
I don't know that, man.
Draymond cannot make $27.5 million elsewhere. He's not worth 27 anymore. Not at this stage in his career. But this is a gentleman's agreement with him and Golden State of saying, you want LeBron over here. LeBron's not going to play for the minimum, right? He's going to play for about $30 million, right? But if you look at that, that could be a way of maneuvering away throughout the aprons and the caps and whatnot, where they can get both players out there. That's the whole point of what they're doing.
I know with 4 pounds.
Draymond's not going to decline his player option to get screwed. He declines that player option to either get what he wants or to get paid more.
And they're talking about Mamu here. The Mexican junior saying Mamu averaged 11, 5, and 2 in 80 games. Shot 39% from 3. That wins the title against the Knicks.
Mamu's not a starter. How many games did Mamu start last year?
Probably not very many, if at all.
I mean, because that's what we're looking for there, right? Is somebody who could, that if Rui played for this team or Collins played for this team, then they'd be starting. That's the whole point. You can get Mamu to go out there and play and play some minutes there. But is he going to be somebody who's going to play 25, 30 minutes? He's not, man.
Look at this. Golden State Warrior fans are already quick with it, man. Who's stopping this? Father Time, brother.
Father Time is.
Time.
I'm looking at Mamu's stats from last year. Played 80 games. He started a grand total of 13. Do you know what Mamu is? Mamu is basically Luke Cornett.
Yeah.
Mario Cavazos was a great comment here. He says Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley, and Hakeem Olajuwon were the OG unks assembled.
And look we have somebody here. GC3. He says he drove down to Corpus Christi again for Aqua Bites. He says it's amazing. I'm telling you, man, that place
What
is
is
good.
Aquabites?
It's that place that we went to eat when I was over in Corpus about 2 weeks ago with Sean
Oh,
and
the No
everybody.
Jimenez beach party.
Yeah, it was fire, bro. We went over there and we were eating in one of those little bubble tents that they have that has AC and all that out on a big old pier. It
Yeah.
was great, dude. I mean, the food was fresh. I mean, it was caught that day and it was still in its tank when we're walking through the front of the restaurant to go and sit down. So they just pulled it right out the tank, dude. It was looking at you as you walked in, and it's on your plate.
Jason Garcia is saying that the Warriors better pay for a good chiropractor if they get those four guys. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, man.
And I saw this too yesterday, actually. GC3 Rangers in first place. You know who's behind
Really?
them? They got the Houston Astros. You got the Seattle Mariners still in the hunt there. As bad as the Astros have played, they're not that far out of first place. They're still in the hunt.
I only follow baseball when I'm actually at the game, dude. Kind of like soccer. I only follow soccer during the World Cup. You know, I was watching last night again. That gif you showed me of Peter Griffin going up the stairs, and every time he looks back or every time he looks away from the game, someone scores.
Yeah.
That's basically me.
Every time you leave, you go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Go.
you cannot be excited about the Rangers being in first place when they're a 500 team. They're 42 and 42.
How bad their division is right
Get
now.
out of here, man. The Astros are one
Yeah.
game behind
Look, I'll
at
show you the
42 and
graphic,
44.
I'll show you the graphic. This division is garbage, dude.
That's hot
Absolute
garbage.
absolute, man.
One of those teams is going to make the playoffs.
One. And look at how funny it is. 42 and 42, being 500 gets you there, right? At the top. 42 and 43, and then 42 and 44. I mean, they're still in the hunt, man.
And then you have the A's, if I'm not mistaken, are playing in a minor league stadium right now, 2 games behind. Can you imagine if they play in Sacramento? Because I think they're playing in Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken, at the minor league park over there. That is hysterical.
The AL West standings. That's hot garbage, bro.
That's awful, Joe. That's awful. I see a lot of people on the chat over here saying that Mamu and Wemby would be unstoppable offensively.
No,
Can we talk about this? Mamu sucks. If he was any good, he would have stayed with the Spurs. He sucks. Meantime, it looks like Kawhi Leonard's gonna be traded to the Toronto Raptors, according to Shamsharani of ESPN.
Yeah, I saw that rumor.
Yeah, Wendy's coming out there saying that it would make the Raptors possibly the second best team in all of the Eastern Conference behind the Knicks because defensively they'd be monsters, is what he says.
Yeah, there's been all sorts of stuff abound here in regards to, you know, Kawhi Leonard and some of these other names that are out there right now because, I mean, it's getting close to free agency, right, where they can actually negotiate. I believe that is starting sometime tomorrow, if I remember correctly, where teams can go ahead and start talking, right, with these free agents. So that's why everything's starting to heat up right now. And there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes as teams are gearing up because they can't talk to said player right now. They can talk to their agents or what have you, but they really can't do anything legally until tomorrow. So the Clippers and the Raptors are, like they said, engaged in talks surrounding Kawhi Leonard and this per Sham Shania.
So everyone's all excited.
Shake up the league. That would shake up the league a bit.
It would, and it would make it a little bit easier for the Spurs because you have one less All-Star in the Western Conference, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto, it makes sense, dude. He needs a rebirth, and he's towards the end of his career, probably the last 3 or 4 years of his career. So good for him. He gets to go back to where he wanted to chip.
He'd probably play better over there anyway, and he'd be happier, to be honest, than being over in LA. It's just gone stagnant over there, man, with all the turmoil that he's involved in and all that, that's going on in LA with the organization. I mean, sometimes it's best just to go ahead and hit that reset button and go move somewhere new.
The one year he played in Toronto was probably the best year he ever played in the NBA. That was a magical season, that run that they had.
It's going to show you this.
That shot over Embiid. Yeah.
The ratings for the World Cup, Mike. Check this out. And they're using Messi's big head, right? to go ahead and show you the viewing power that the World Cup
Right.
has had. So the 2025 World Series Game 7 had 25.5 million viewers. 1996 Finals Game 7, 35.9. The 2026 Super Bowl, 127 million. The 2022 World Cup Final, 1.5 billion. Whoa.
Well, I mean, it says it in the headline there. It's USA Sports.
Yeah,
They don't.
USA Sports.
There's no football. There's no American football in any other country than the United States. So why point that out?
Yeah,
If
they're
you look,
just showing you in
if you want
comparison.
if you want to look at it this way, how about this as a comparison? 127 million Americans watched that game, right? There's 350 million Americans, which basically means one in three Americans were watching the game. There's about 8 billion people in the world. So if 1.5 billion people were watching, that's like 1 in 6. So concentration wise, more people watch the Super Bowl in the United States than watch the World Cup worldwide. But because more people are watching it worldwide, or it has a bigger reach,
Yeah, it has a bigger
there's
reach as far as
as an aggregate, there's going to be more people there.
Yeah.
But concentration wise, it's not as dramatic. If you want to have a concentration that's the equivalent of the Super Bowl, you'd be looking at about 3 billion people, not
Well, the thing
1.5.
is, too, so many people watch the World Cup, right? Because it doesn't happen every year. You know?
You're right. It's like the Olympics.
Yeah, and then when it does happen, I mean, people are going to be geared up for it. And what it is basically is just people rooting for their nation, right? So they love the
Or Sancha Nation.
Sancha Nation. I mean, if you're from San Antonio, you can root for Team Mexico and Team USA. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Can you root for Team Spain?
If you're from España,
Well, I mean, if you're Mexican, you have Spanish blood in you.
yeah, well, I do. But I mean, I'm not Team España. I go for Mexico or I go for USA.
We're a melting pot, you know. So and then there's those who like certain players. Like for example, I'm not Argentinian, but if I wanted to cheer on Messi because I'm a Messi fan, would I be allowed to wear the baby blue and white? Is what I'm asking. If I'm a Manu fan, he's from Argentina as well. I remember back in the day, Joe, Argentina against USA. I cheered so hard for Argentina in that game because I wanted Manu to win the gold medal. I didn't want freaking LeBron James and Kobe and all them to win it. I was F that, dude. I wanted my guy to win, which is Manu, baby. Sam Salinas says he goes to the fatherland. Vamos España. Joe, so that one reporter from San Antonio who was reporting for a TV station in California got herself in trouble.
Yeah.
I retweeted this. Joe, where did she go wrong? She's not a hard news reporter. She's not on CNN or Fox News Channel or MSNBC or CNBC. She's on a local affiliate trying to drum up some after USA lost to Turkey in the third match of the that stage that they were in. She's trying her best reporting for Los Angeles. By the way, this woman here, she was Miss San Antonio 4 years ago. She got in trouble for saying this.
Let's listen.
Okay, the next round, Team USA will play Bosnia next Wednesday. And one thing about Bosnia, I could not point out where it is on a map. I don't know the first thing about Bosnia, and I don't want to know. That's because Team USA, we're back, we're better than ever. That's next Wednesday. Get prepared, Bosnia, because you don't want it. You don't want it like that. But you're going to get it. That's next Wednesday. We're now reporting live in Long Beach. Abigail Velez, ABC 7. Okay.
You know why she got in trouble? Because she sounds like a stupid. She sounds like a mensa. Like if you got no knowledge of what's going on with the World Cup, why would they go ahead and put this girl, put a mic in her hand and tell her, hey man, the segment you're going to do today, you're going to talk about the World Cup, Bosnia versus Team USA.
She was not talking about that. If you look at what Abigail Velez, right, ABC 7 in Los Angeles.
She's talking about
right?
USA and Bosnia. What are you talking about?
She wasn't doing play-by-play.
No,
she wasn't doing announcement. She was doing a story.
That wasn't even a story. I don't even know what.
No, she was doing a story more than likely about the fans' reaction to it all. A man on the street story. She wasn't like in the stadium interviewing the players afterwards.
Like a normal fan. That didn't sound like a reporter. You're a reporter.
And so Joe, if you saw and San Antonio reporters talking about it during the Oklahoma City run and against the Knicks, they were getting all amped up over at the Rocket La Cantera, like cheering along with everybody, doing stories about honking. They weren't like, and there was honking to be had on Southwest Military. No, they were getting
No, she don't
amped
know
up
what
with
she's
it.
talking about. She doesn't know
She
what she's talking
doesn't.
about.
She doesn't. You know why? Because 95% of the United States doesn't know anything about
This girl
soccer
couldn't
anyway.
Google it. You couldn't look at a phone and at least get some knowledge and report something better than that.
She's
Come
she's
on,
she's
man.
making a joke about Bosnia Herzegovina.
No, the
Who, by the
joke
way,
was this segment was a joke. That
the
was a
segment's
joke.
not the segment's not a
The
joke.
segment's a joke. The segment's a joke.
The games are taking place in Los Angeles. She's doing a man on the
Okay, well, then
street
do a better
story.
job. Just Google it, girl. I mean,
She's
it's
doing
not hard.
she's doing a man on the street story. There's no Googling a man on the street
I
story.
mean, you have your phone. She has her phone.
She's saying that she's amped up about the game.
Okay,
Okay, and what's wrong with what she said?
it was dumb.
They said that it was not it was inconsiderate for her to say that she didn't know where it's on a map. No one knows where it's on a map, Joe. Nobody
This
knows.
is dumb.
If we had 95% of the people that were on our chat right now, what I said, point to a map where
Why
Bosnia
you
Herzegovina.
sticking up for her, Mike? Because of the way she looks. That's the only reason why she's there.
No, I am standing up for her because when I heard the story, Joe, I thought that she said something stupid.
This was
When I heard the story, I thought that she maybe slipped in a cuss word, that she might have said something in slang that was wrong or inappropriate. So she said that you can't find it on the map.
No, it wasn't just that. It was the whole delivery of this whole segment.
Play it again. I want to see this one more
That
time.
was dumb, dude.
Let's see what you guys say here.
Yeah,
Let's
look at
see.
Tony Ornelas. Joe wouldn't date her. No, I don't date stupid women. Absolutely not.
The next round, Team USA will play Bosnia next Wednesday. And one thing about Bosnia, I could not point out where it is on a map. I don't know the first thing about Bosnia, and I don't want to know. That's because Team USA, we're back, we're better than ever. That's next Wednesday. Get prepared, Bosnia, because you don't want it. You don't want it like that. But you're going to get it. That's next Wednesday. We're now reporting live in Long Beach. Abigail Velez, ABC 7. Okay, the
That's dumb. That's dumb.
You're gonna get it, dude. You're gonna get it.
Get what?
Okay, Joe. I posted another one of her, Joe. Abigail Velez, who, by the way,
why are we talking about
was Miss
Move on.
22, Miss San Antonio 2022. I want to see. Do you think this reporting's any better, Joe?
Another one? God.
She has a certain thing about her. She's like a not serious reporter, Joe. Let's see. Excitement. She's about the
And the big
excitement.
question tonight is whether team captain Christian Pulisic is going to start this match after being out in the last one due to a calf injury. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. Okay, hot take. No
Hot
Pulisic,
take.
no problem. That's because whatever happens at tonight's match, Team USA is going to advance. That's because they had huge wins over Australia and Paraguay. So tonight is
Paraguay.
really about hanging out, having a good time, and enjoying the company. And while I'm at it, the only turkey that I'm concerned about is at Thanksgiving, honey. Team USA all the way. Come on, Team USA.
I'll tell her, you know what, honey? Why don't you name me one player from Team USA? How about
She
you do
did
that? for me?
Pulisic, whatever that guy's name is. Is she wearing a cape? Yeah, what Fist is asking.
I don't know. She's wearing a No, man. We done with this girl, dude.
What did she do wrong? She's having a fun time out there.
Nah, well, she can do
We're-
that
We're
on her
making
own.
we're making it sound like we watched the Super Bowl, right? And even the casuals know how football is played, right?
I know. We
People
spent a
who
lot
don't
of
watch
time
the
on this
game-
segment. I agree with you, Jason. Mike is in love.
All I'm saying is that there is no such thing as a casual when it comes to soccer. They get in their feels because they get all amped up about it all. But the fact of the matter is that nobody who isn't somebody who's played soccer their entire lives knows the rules of the game. We're watching this game going, oh, they got that goal got taken away because of offsides. And then they explain offsides, and everyone looks at each other and goes, well, that's just stupid. Oh, let me get this straight. The goal didn't count because this player was 1.5 inches ahead of a certain line. That's stupid. And they're on the middle of the field. That's stupid. So you're going to get reporters out there who are just like her. And I used to be a TV reporter. If they would put me on that spot, I'd probably sound as asinine as she does, because it's a game that most people don't understand. Most people don't. Whether you want to admit it or not, most people don't understand the game.
This is
And
the
when,
most-
and when,
this is the most soccer talk Mike has ever done.
and when you do explain it, it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid. But by the way, go
What do you
Team
say?
USA.
What do you say? It's just soccer. Nobody cares.
It's just soccer.
That's what you always say.
It's just soccer, dude. It'll be over in a minute, hot minute. We're all gonna go back to not caring in about 18 days when the finals
No,
are up.
that's just you, Mike.
Oh, wait, $50 million is now. Here's the thing, Joe. I read that $50 million goes to the team that wins, right? And it's supposed to be shared amongst the players and the staff. Do you think they get all equal amounts, or do you think like the players get it based on whether they're starters or whatnot? It's 50 million goes to the winner, and I think right now, as Team USA is guaranteed 11 million for making this round. Wow, I didn't realize the round of 32 starts today, huh?
It sure does. You want to see what the round of 32 schedule looks like today?
Let's see, because
Go ahead and start.
I only got 2.5 more weeks of caring about this shit.
And there you go. Dollar. And look at you have up first, and me in Houston, you got Brazil and Japan. And then you have Germany and Paraguay. And then you have the Netherlands and Morocco.
No, she pronounced it Paraguay.
I don't know what the hell she doing, bro. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. And that's
Okay.
what's up
So
on the
go
topic.
back to that graphic. Go back to that graphic. Like if I had to bet my life on it, and I don't know much about anything involving soccer, right? If I said that I was going to bet $1,000 that Brazil, Germany, and the Netherlands would win, I would win like a parlay, just money line. I'd win like $40, right? Because those are the three heavy favorites, if I'm not mistaken. I would assume that Japan has no chance against Brazil. I could be wrong. I would assume that Paraguay has no chance against Germany. Could be wrong. And I would probably guess that Morocco is pretty decent, but the Netherlands are a lot better. Did I get all that right?
I guess. They're correcting you already. It started yesterday.
Well, yeah, Canada played yesterday. There was one game started yesterday. It was Canada. But again, in 2.5 weeks, I'll go back to not caring about soccer. I quit caring about curling in February, Joe.
Oh my God! Look at this super chat.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
That was actually coming on in, by the way.
Thank you, Sean. Read it, Mike.
That was actually coming on in. It's funny because Chica asked me this very question just last night. She goes, "Did you invite Sean and Greg and all them?" And I said, "Oh, I can." I didn't know how many people were allowed to come because she's inviting all her coworkers and she's inviting family. So I didn't know how many people were invited.
What does
so
it
I
say,
said,
Mike? What does the super chat say?
"As Alex, Greg, and Jen, did you get invited to Jimenez's house for the 4th of July?" Well, you know what, bitches. You know what? I'm gonna do the invite
Do you
right now.
remember what Sean looks like, Mike?
Huh?
Do you remember what Sean looks like?
I don't, because he didn't show up to the draft party.
Damn, Sean.
4th of July party at Michael's house. ... 4 p.m. Be there. And then I'm not gonna say my address out loud.
Mike is thinking you're going to pee in the pool. I bet you anything. Once your 4th of July weekend is over, you're gonna be expecting that pool. You're gonna be like, I don't know, that water looks a little funny.
Dude, I never would have thought that anybody would ever do that. Like, why did that thought even come to your mind, Joe? Because you've probably done that crap to
if
yourself.
you have people coming over and you have a
No
pool,
one does that,
it's gonna
Joe.
happen, man.
No one does that, Joe. And you know what? There is a restroom attached to the pool. There's a pool hot tub. I have my own building over here, kind of like a what's it called? I don't know. I have a full-on shower over here. No one needs to come inside to shower. No one has to come inside to go to the restroom. Keep your asses outside.
What if nobody wants to get out of the pool? They're having a good time, man.
That's gross, Joe.
Oh my God, you're gonna be thinking about that all weekend, man. Somebody gonna pee in the pool, bro.
Sam goes, Mike gets out of the water at the beach to go pee. Nah, man. I pee with the fishes. That's nature's toilet right there, man.
Oh, look at this. Is Mike's pool. Oh my God, man.
Mario says, Bro, we're from the hood. You say pee on the side of the house. That's even more gross, dude. Okay, and this is why I don't understand. I'm not saying this about Mario or anybody, but it's funny because like there are people who come at me every once in a while who are like, "Well, I'm from this side of town," and I'm like, "And you can't do better? Like you can't evolve? You can't like, oh, I get into fights because I grew up on this side of town." I'm like, dude, you can't be better. I've never understood that. I'm not saying about Mario's comment. I'm just saying that just reminded me of conversations I've had with people who are like, "Oh man, I get into fights at bars because no one steps up to me because I grew up on this side of town." I'm like, dude, you're like 48 years old and you got like 3 kids. You want to settle the f down? I don't get it, Joe. I don't get it.
You know what I don't get either? Why would anybody want to go ahead and sign this dude? Ja Morant. He's expected to be traded this week.
According to Kevin O'Connor of Yahoo Sports, I mean that's I mean just 3 years ago, John Morant was considered to be one of the faces of the league.
Not no more.
Maybe he just needs a new place to play, man.
Now this dude is just damaged goods, man. Look, look, dude. It's like this. It's okay if you didn't grow up in the hood, my guy. That's a good thing. And now that he never grew up in the hood, now he's hanging around the wrong people or whatnot, and now he wants to do hood things. You don't got to do that, man. I mean, you're making that money and all that. Like, why? It's okay if you didn't grow up in the hood. Be proud of it.
Well, look at his points per game over the last 5 years. He went from 27 points to 26 to 25 to 23 to last year just 19. His shooting has gone from 49 to 46 to 47 to 45 to 41. His three-point shooting, Joe, his three-point shooting last year was 23.5%. No one's afraid of letting John Morant light it up and shoot from three. But this was a guy he was a decent three-point shooter his first 3 years of his career, and it's just gotten progressively worse. The only thing that he does really consistently well is shoot free throws.
Ain't the same
where would he go? And what is he worth?
Exactly, man.
What do you trade for him?
Oh my God, Rafa, damaged goods like all the girls from Ojos Locos on the south side.
Oh well, speaking of which, did we say R.I.P. to Hooters yet?
Why?
They closed down several locations over the weekend.
Okay, where?
Like nationwide, dude.
All right.
They're going downhill, man.
They still got the one open around the corner from where I live.
Yeah, that's the worst one I've ever been to in my
No,
life.
bro, that one's good.
It's like an airport. It's like an airport, dude.
Man, that one's
like
fine, dude. You don't know what you're smoking on, Mike.
So Hooters over the weekend closed every single location they had in Massachusetts and New York State. They've closed down dozens this month. They're going down, dude. Connecticut and Minnesota also don't have any restaurants. That's 4 states without a Hooters location.
Yeah.
There's now less than 200 nationwide.
So what does this mean? The shuttering of the restaurants is at hand?
I think there have been too many at some point. I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't a demand for that type of dining. I mean,
you do the trifecta around where we live. What do we have right here on 151? Across the highway, you got what?
Twin Peaks.
You have Twin Peaks, and you also have Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
Well, Wild Wings isn't a restaurant.
It's but I'm just saying, right? You have these types of places, sports bars,
right.
But the restaurants are going to be Twin Peaks. Then across the highway from where I live here, right around the corner, you got what? Hooters, and then just down the way, what else do you got? Bombshells.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm talking about. There is that Twin Peaks is going to survive, and Ojos Locos will survive because Ojos Locos has that Joe's volcano in them. They got that. They ain't ever going to die, right? There can be a nuclear holocaust, a nuclear bomb fall on San Antonio, and Ojos Locos will still be open. But all the other ones, the Bombshells, the Tilted Kilts of the world, those are all going to go away.
Is that place even open, dude?
I don't think so anymore. But it's the same thing. Like, it was pretty cool when there was 1 or 2 of them back in the day. But when there was like suddenly 8 or 9 of them as chains, they all just diluted themselves. There wasn't as high of a demand for all 10 of those companies.
Yeah, Tilted Kilt is closed permanently.
Bombshells. If you like scars and shit, bombshells.
Bombshells. Bombshells was horrible, dude. I went once and I never went
It's
back.
awful.
You say the restaurants? I sure did. I sure did.
There's just not enough demand for it, Joe. That's basically it. Because the dining that you and I have had, I'll give you an example. The renaissance of restaurants right now has been Chili's and Red Lobster. Chili's and Red Lobster are two of the only restaurants that we know of that were literally circling the drain that came out and became solvent again. They're popular again with young people. Young people don't like going to Hooters, dude. It was a rite of passage for us when we were 18, 16, 17, 18 years old. Go to Hooters and go watch the games and all that stuff. 18, 21, 25-year-old guys, they don't do that anymore in large numbers. It's just the eating habits and the visiting habits are different. No different than going to bar hopping, Joe. It used to be what? We used to go clubbing, and we go to this bar and that bar and this bar and that bar, club around. 25-year-olds don't do that anymore, Joe. It's just different.
No. You know what, Mike? You need to go ahead and say happy birthday to none
dude.
other than who? Julian Champagne.
Champagne lace, pretty face.
25th birthday today.
25. He looks 35, though, man. I'm not saying that he plays like he's 35. Dude looks like he doesn't need to get carded.
No, man.
Chica's favorite player because his name sounds like champagne. No, man, he's outplayed his contract, man. I mean, think about it, man. This was a guy that was a G League guy who started for a team that made it to the NBA Finals. I mean, we can talk about whether or not he's consistent or not, or as consistent as we want him to be or whatnot. But there's probably nobody on the team that works harder than Champagne. Champagne wasn't born 7'4", 7'5". Champagne didn't have a dad who won 5 NBA Finals with Jordan and Kobe.
You saying this brother looks old or what?
Well, I'm just saying that Champagne fought his way into the league. That's why when he gets paid ultimately this offseason by the Spurs, more than likely, it's value. He's finally getting what he deserves, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The story of Julian Champagne is actually really cool. He's not Harper, who was the number 2 pick in the draft, whose dad played in the NBA. He's not Castle, who played for the NBA for the NCAA championship and played for UConn and was the number 4 pick in the draft. This is somebody who barely made it to the league. There are hundreds of stories like Julian Champagne out there, and there's only a handful that actually make it. He's one of them. He deserves to get paid.
Yeah. You know, I was going to show something else here. This is Mario Cavazos. He was asking me a question. He goes, Joe, have you been to that Black Bear Diner? It's a wannabe Denny's. Actually, Black Bear Diner is actually better than Denny's. They have a little, almost like a bar area in the back too. If you don't want to wait necessarily for eternity to be seated, you can go to the back area where they have the little bar. You just pull up, sit on the stool there, and they serve you, man. It's good food. My son actually works there at the one around the corner from where I live. Pretty good, man. I got to say, I'd like my favorite go-to meal there when I do go there is going to be the egg sandwich that they have there, man. It's
really
top tier, dude. They give you that with the side of hash browns and some bacon. It's good stuff, man.
I saw a post on Twitter over the weekend that asked the question, if you have somebody coming to San Antonio and you had to tell them you must go to this restaurant, which restaurant would it be? And it's funny how the logic goes with all this because tourists like to do touristy things.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, to me, it's more of a Venn diagram. Like, I'll give you an example. Like one of my favorite Mexican restaurants in San Antonio is Garcia's Mexican Restaurant right on Woodlawn.
Yeah, okay.
It's a great restaurant. Would I ever tell a tourist to go there? No. That's a locals hangout. No different than I wouldn't tell a tourist to go to a taqueria on the west side.
You're going to tell them to go to Mi Tierra?
Well, see, but then that's too touristy. Wouldn't the answer be like, even though it is in the hood, La Fogata?
La Fogata. Viola Ventanas?
No, that's too suburban. But La Fogata is owned by the ones that have El Mirasol and Sol Luna. I would encourage that because it's Tex-Mex with the Tex-Mex flair.
No.
You get the drinks, but you're also not going to get shot afterwards or be in danger of being shot afterwards. That's the point I'm trying to make. Hey, who's this? I don't know. I keep on seeing all over Facebook this weekend. Some woman got arrested in San Antonio and she went by some nickname. Someone fill in the blanks on this. There was two stories. That girl getting arrested. Apparently, she's in infomercials or commercials. And then those three young ladies in Del Rio that got arrested for murder. That was creepy, man. That's going to be a future Dateline story is what that one's going to be.
Oh, man. Mario Cavasso shared something in the media share. And they're like, that's Jaden Quinton's after spending his rookie year eating tacos in San Antonio.
Now he's laughing at that part right there. That's sad. That's sad. It's not like Luka Doncic with the iced tea.
Damn.
But
oh, look at they said they found something for your pool. Little trinket for the pool.
Let's see what we got. Chica would not only like get rid of that dog, she'd shoot it.
No, she would not, Mike.
Joe, I will let you know something about this house, Joe. We keep a spotless house, Joe. Like there's nothing in the dishes. There's nothing there. It is spotless. Chica runs a tight ship, but that's a good thing.
Somebody had said this is a recommendation for Sean because he has that bubble gun over there at the PF Chang's. So bubble blower. The bubble blower. It's a kind of like red, white, and blue thing.
So, Joe, I found out that my pool has lights that are.
Man, the Conroe internet got Mike again. Froze up on me. Don't give a dog to Jimenez. It'll go missing. Give it a year. Man, this is a great picture. I'm going to go ahead and get a little screenshot of this. Jimenez. This goes into the bank of the other pics where he's frozen up. Let me go ahead and save that one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give Mike a chance, see if he wants to, if he can come back here in the chat. So we'll go ahead and give some love to our other sponsor, which is going to be the Hard Rock Cafe. The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views, along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
That wasn't
with $8
me.
and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. Mike, you were in and then you jumped back out again. Come back in if you're watching, Mike. Let me go ahead and tell him, man. This is that Conroe internet got Mike again. I think Mike needs to get better internet, bro. All right. We'll wait for him to come back in. Mike's trying to come back. He just texted me right now. He said he's trying. Hopefully we get Mike back here in a couple minutes. He's trying to come back into the chat. Mike's internet sucks. Mike's cricket internet strikes again. PF Chang's commercial. That Conroe dial-up ain't working. Then we got another incoming super chat.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
All right, there. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. He goes, here's $2 to upgrade that Conroe internet. And I said, Joe, what did you do for this past deep weekend? Well, I spent time with my my nieces and my nephews. They wanted to see uncle, so I went and spent some time with my babies. Took them out, just hung out. We just hung out, man. I took them to Starbucks, the store, and stuff like that. And look at Matt Gomez saying she's not wrong. No CP, no problem. Mike on the AOL internet, man. Y'all be killing me with these, dude. Let's see what Mike says. I told him to come back in the room. Let me see what he said. He's trying. Think Mike might have bowed out for the day, dude. He done. But also, you want to give a shout out to, because we just played the commercial. So shout out to not PF Chang's, but Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. That's where we had our NBA draft party. It was a great turnout. We appreciated everybody that came out and got to hang out with us, man, and see what the Spurs were doing, and also the other teams as well. So it was a good turnout. We had a lot of fun. Shout out to everyone who showed up and got their little swag bags there. It was a lot of fun, man. We look forward to doing more events. Hopefully, up here pretty soon before the summer ends, we can all get together and do something. You know, we've been talking about maybe hanging out at the river or something together, having like a little barbecue or something for the fans. You all can invite your families out there and have a great time. Something that's not too far away from San Antonio, so we'll try to keep it within striking distance. Let's see what else is going on here. What else we had on the docket for today that we're going to talk about before Mike's Conroe internet was striking here. I was going to ask, did anybody go see any movies over the weekend? Because I heard that Supergirl movie wasn't any good, man. No, I didn't see it, dude. I kind of passed on that Supergirl movie, man, because I didn't hear good things about it. Not at all. Look, we got Mike. Mike's coming back. What happened, man?
Oh, the internet's out of the house, man. We have crews working on the house. Toby. Joe,
You showing us the pool?
show you the pool, Jog. Let me see.
Is that before somebody pees in it? I want to see what it looks like. It looks crystal clear, man.
Because we run a tight ship around here. Got the big screen TV, so we got the hot tub,
Yeah.
big screen TV right there. There's the pool room, so you can go take your piss or shit in there, man. Not in the pool, Joe. Not in the pool.
How many steps to the pool bathroom?
8. All right.
Oh my God! 8 steps to the pool room.
All right, so here's the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, and you're in the restroom here. There you
Look at
go.
this, Mike. Somebody sent this via the media share. They said peeing in the pool is so nasty, like ew.
Yeah, they're calling it Cribs Jimenez edition.
They're gonna say, "Will you be grilling Jimenez?"
Yes, I will be. I will be. There's Allie. And that's Toby.
There you go. So we got
Okay.
I'm Mike Jimenez, and this is my crib.
I know. And then I go to the bedroom and I say, that's where the magic happens.
Oh God.
All right, let's see if the dog will do it. Let's see if the dog will do it.
Look at what they're saying, Mike. Yeah, but when you're in the pool, it's 0 steps to the restroom, bro.
That's just gross. That's just gross.
Oh, are cannonballs allowed, Mike?
Yes, cannonballs are not only allowed, but they're recommended.
Encouraged?
They're encouraged.
Oh,
Nah,
my
dude, a
God.
little piece of paradise, dude. Little piece of paradise. But no, I don't know why the internet went out over here. But what else you want to talk about, Joe?
I don't know. I mean, I was asking them if they had went to go see any movies over the weekend because I had thought about going to see that Supergirl movie, but then I saw the reviews of how bad it was. So I was like, nah, I'll take a hard pass. And somebody was saying they're waiting for the Odyssey. I was like, I'm probably going to go ahead and do that as well. I'll wait for something that looks really promising before I go see a movie. Because the movies in the summer, man, they've been stinkers, bro. They've been horrible, man. They don't
I
like. I
hear.
saw.
I know you don't want to hear it, but I hear Toy Story 5 is pretty good.
Nah, bro. I ain't seen the no. I'm not gonna go see no damn cartoon, bro. I'm not. I'm already
What's the
moved
difference
on.
between what's the difference between going to a cartoon and watching Supergirl
Supergirl's
or
not a
He-Man?
cartoon.
He-Man's a cartoon.
It's not a cartoon. It's a movie, live action. It's not an animated flick, dude, like Toy Story. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I saw He-Man. He-Man wasn't bad, but then I also saw that Disclosure Day, which was a stinker, dude. Don't see that. Don't waste your money.
Never even heard of it, dude.
Yeah, it was bad. It was by Steven Spielberg. He should have stayed retired, bro. That was so bad. I want my money back on that one.
No, I don't know any new movies that are coming out. Dude. I'll tell you the last movie I saw at the theaters was probably Gladiator 2, and it sucked.
Yeah, it was bad, dude.
Which reminded me, by the way, I am a big Denzel Washington fan, right? I think he's one of the greatest actors of all time, right? He's my personal top 5. I have watched 3 movies in a row of him that have sucked. And some of them are old movies. I was on Netflix the other day, and you know you can do the search for thrillers or whatnot.
Yeah.
I typed in thrilling movies. There's a movie on Netflix that came out like 25 years ago. It's Denzel Washington. Is it Jim Goodman from Roseanne?
Oh, John Goodman.
John Goodman. And it's James Gandolfini from The Sopranos.
No.
You would think it's gonna be a good movie. It's one of the stupidest movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
What movie was it?
I forgot what it was called, but basically the gist of the movie, was basically there was a guy that gets put to death on death row,
God.
and his spirit lives on. And it's like, was he possessed by a spirit that's going from body to body? It was the stupidest movie I've seen all year long, and it was a Denzel Washington movie. And Goodman, and they all sucked. Gandolfini, who is amazing in The Sopranos, sucked ass in this movie. Everyone mailed in their performance. It was bad.
Oh my God. No, I haven't. I mean, I was just asking, like I said, anybody seen any good recommendations?
Yeah,
As far as
Sam Salinas got it. It's Fallen.
Fallen, all right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're asking Mike a movie recommendation for you and Chica to watch tonight. Voicemails to Isabel on Netflix, a good chick flick.
Interesting.
You still have to have you and Chica watch Fever Pitch. You've never seen that one. That one's a funny one, dude.
Well, Chica takes baseball seriously, man. So I don't know.
It's a good movie, dude, because it goes along with that time where the Red Sox were going on their run, right? That miraculous
Right.
run that they had when they finally won it all. And they won the World Series, and they were going up against the Yankees and all that. It kind of shows that run happening at the same time where the story's based around this group of friends and how they go ahead and always get together because they split the money, the cost for the season tickets that they kind of inherited, right, from one of their family members who passed on. So they wanted to keep the tradition of going to the games, and they all pitch in to go ahead and get the season tickets, right? And
Yeah. Well,
where he meets that guy, Jimmy Fallon meets Drew Barrymore, his love interest in the movie.
wasn't the controversy for that movie the fact that he's not even a Red Sox fan? He's a Yankees fan, pretending to be like in real life he's a Yankees fan,
Oh yeah, probably, yeah.
but he was pretending to be a.
Red
I mean,
Sox fan.
that'd be like being a Spurs fan pretending to be a Laker fan or something like that.
They're actors,
in a
Mike.
movie.
I mean, that's what they get paid for.
Jimmy Fallon's not much of an actor.
Look at Samson. He's not F sports themed chick flicks. Come on, man.
All right, well, let me ask you this then: Bull Durham,
Yeah.
is Bull Durham a chick themed chick flick, a sports themed chick flick?
I don't know, man.
Bull Durham kind of is.
Kind of is, but it's not bad.
Susan Sarandon was good in that movie, but no, man, it's summer movies. It used to be a blockbuster type of thing, man, where you'd have all these Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that coming out and Sylvester Stallone. You had to watch them. I'll tell you what made movies shit, dude. Was Marvel.
It wasn't just that. It's
It got rid of the summer blockbuster. It got rid of the Bruce Willis Die Hard movies. It was no longer about like really good action movies. It was about Marvel,
so
and
this is
Marvel's
what
lame.
it wasn't even about Marvel. What happened is that's part of it, but the other part of it is that a lot of these movie houses now, Paramount and all these other big, conglomerates here, they buy the rights, right, for either very popular comic books, right, graphic novels, or books, right? And they're like, we're going to
Right.
buy the rights. So what they do is they beat these things to death, dude. Like they put out an inferior product because I mean, if it's a book that has, book 1, 2, 3, and it has all, and you're trying to tell this whole story, and you're trying to condense it for time, or even trying to get through one book and condense it for time, and then put it in like a minute and an hour and a half. Because let's say the time frame for most people is like 80 minutes, 90 minutes. If you start going over that, dude, it gets a little bit much, right? And people just want to get in the theater, be entertained, and leave, right? And that's it. You can want to days of watching what 3 hour long movies like Titanic and all that. Nobody wants to do that no more, Mike.
Oh,
But
dude,
when they
that's better than watching a Marvel movie, dude.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like now this is what's popular because the younger generation likes watching all that stuff. But then they beat it to a
Do
death
they
like
like
a dead
watching it, or is
horse,
that,
man.
is that all that's being offered? You use the phrase "beaten to death." That's exactly what it
They
was. It
beat it
was
to
cool.
death, dude.
It was cool when it first came out, man. It was cool when it first came out, but then it was like, Jesus, every movie's Marvel. Every comic known to man was Marvel.
In the
Was a movie, and then
beginning,
there was nothing else.
yeah, when it first started, it was pretty good, and then after a while, the quality of the movie just became like Sam Salinas pure ass, dude. And it's unwatchable now. Like the product that they put out because they were going for quantity, not quality, right?
Right.
And they just kept putting these out there, and it just cheapened what they were trying to do.
It was done for money. Like you
Yeah,
could tell it was a money grab.
yeah,
All
it's just
movies are done
cheap,
for
man.
money, but you can tell when something's a money grab.
Yeah, and like even like let's say How to Train Your Dragon, right? DreamWorks or whatever brought the rights for it. It was
Yeah.
animated flick. All right, it was cool. I got to see it with the kids or whatever when they were little. Then they go, you know what? I got an idea. Let's do the live action version. Just because they own the rights to it, they're just trying again. They're rehashing it again and again and again. And the movie houses, they get lazy because they're like, well, these are proven brands that make us money. We're going to go with that instead of trying to go ahead and be like, let's invest in something new and see how that goes because they don't want to lose money necessarily. But then you have like James Gunn putting out these products for the DC universe, right? And the first Superman that he rolled out was mediocre. Now they're having the Supergirl and the same thing mediocre. So it's just the mediocrity. They're killing the comic book movie and the superhero just because they have the rights to it and they want to put out these movies doesn't mean that they're quality movies. At the end of the day, they're just not going to be very good.
I don't know, man. It just all it all blends, it all blurs into one thing, man. You know, like Batman and Iron Man, right? It's the same freaking story, dude.
No, it's it's
It's the
two
same.
different characters, Mike.
It's the same story, dude.
No.
It's like an Elon Musk wannabe, right? Or Elon Musk wants to be Iron Man, or Elon Musk wants to be
Have you ever
Bruce
seen
Wayne.
Iron Man? Have you ever seen it?
I've tried. I've seen
Oh,
the Batman movies.
Mike.
Batman to me will always be Michael Keaton. He'll always be Michael Keaton. I'll tell you the one movie that was crap, Joe, was Joker.
No.
With Joaquin Phoenix. What drug did I need to be on to enjoy that?
Oh, Mike. Are you gonna go see Spaceballs in the theater, Mike?
Oh, is that coming back?
Yeah,
I know they're doing like a sequel years later.
yeah. They're gonna do a sequel. That's gonna be coming back to the theater. But if they do that, they're gonna.
It's
have
gone
to
from
let it
suck
go.
to blow. Great line into the first movie.
You see, they can't make movies like that anymore.
No.
Just like Airplane and all that. The
I tried
Police
showing Chica
Academy.
Airplane the other day and she was not having it.
She's like, no, turn this crap off.
The little kids, the little girl saying, I like my coffee like I like my men.
Oh,
I mean,
man. She was done.
And that little boy checking her out. It was you can't do those moves anymore, man.
No, man, no.
Although the Barbara Billingsley part of the whole I speak jive, that'll always be funny to me, dude.
Hey, you know what I was gonna ask you, Mike? I was curious. Can you pop fireworks over there in your neighborhood?
I don't believe so. No, even though we're in the county, I
No.
think this is one of the areas that you can't.
So I can't take my machine gun one that has like a 200 rounds.
No, dude, and I'll be honest with you, there's too much greenery over here. Like, there's too much. That's the one thing about Conroe is that everything's green and everything's shady. You got all the pine trees. Yeah, I don't think you can, dude. And even if you could, I don't think the neighborhood would allow it.
You live in
It's
the
kind of
bougie.
it's an uppity neighborhood, dude.
They're gonna say, "I'm appalled. They're shooting fireworks."
Pretty much, man. They'll call ICE on my ass.
They're gonna ask for papers, papers.
They're gonna be like, "Sir, mow this yard and leave now, please."
Speaking of the yard, you have the people come and cut the grass, right?
They just did.
Yeah,
They
looking
just
good.
did. Let me see. I don't know how to share my.
Just push the button to share the front camera, Mike.
Doesn't let me.
Sam Selena says, "Do it anyway, Joe, with the fireworks. And when they set them off, be like, F you, Conroe, puro sananto."
Yeah, dude, they'll fuck you up over here, dude. The hillbillies over here, they don't play, man. You think Exit 7's rough? Dude, go to the hillbilly side of town, dude. They got more weaponry on the hillbilly side of the state than any other place, man. They look at Exit 7 and think to themselves, yeah, that's cute. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that that's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go over here and I mean they have freaking arsenals over here. They don't have like, oh, we have a gun. They're like, yeah, we got a bazooka over here.
I said, "No me pasa nada. I'm from Exit 7, bro."
Yeah.
Mike
That's
has
funny.
no
Well,
chance for
jealous.
conflict with the tennis racket in Conroe. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's
I
bring
tell that
Masudo
story
in,
every
man,
once in a while.
because your internet's a little
I tell,
wonky inside.
yeah, I'll let you go, Joe. Yeah, the internet's out. Well, the TV just turned back on, so maybe the internet's back on. But we'll let everybody go. But everyone have a fantastic day. Give me a call if you have any financial advice questions, investments, long-term care, life insurance, stuff like that. 210-508-0369. 210-508-0369. Joe, I'm gonna call it a day. I gotta go get my girl today, man. My daughter comes with me today, so I'm excited about that.
Nice. All right, man. We'll see you boys tomorrow. We're out of here. Peace.
Hey.